Hello guys, back again with Raccoon Channel. Ever found yourself aimlessly scrolling through your phone, seeking that perfect game to help you unwind after a long day or engage your mind during a mundane commute? Look no further. This video unveils the best offline mobile games, an unexplored treasure trove of action-packed adventures and captivating puzzles. And the best part, it caters to both Android and AMP iOS users. Set forth on a thrilling journey of exploration without worrying about internet connectivity, a world of suspense, thrill, and cerebral stimulation awaits.
I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
The path to Luma's clean energy message might be a little on the nose, in its NRG sponsorship rather in your face, but it's an undeniably beautiful casual puzzler. You must guide your little robot around a series of planetoids, installing and powering up natural energy devices. Solar, hydro, and wind power all get their time in the sun, pun intended, and each has its own clever mechanic. Each stage boils down to a simple series of procedural fetch tasks. What's more, there's way too much hand-holding for such a straightforward game with so few levels. Help Me Jack is set on a planet Earth that sits on the brink of becoming a nuclear wasteland. Think gigantic exploding reactors, radioactive toxins, and mutated monsters. In the wake of this catastrophic nuclear accident, all the living creatures on Earth have transformed into bulgy-eyed fiends who, for reasons unknown, are rounding up any human survivors. Inside heavily guarded cages, a man named Jack is putting together a cohort of heroes, willing to go forth into the lost cities of the world and save what's left of humanity. As a member of that squad, this is where you come in. Sparklite is an action-adventure video game developed by Red Blue Games and released in 2019. The game is set in the world of Geodia, where players take on the role of a hero named Ada, who must save the world from a dangerous corruption that is spreading throughout the land. The gameplay of Sparklite is heavily inspired by classic action-adventure games like The Legend of Zelda, and features a mix of combat, exploration, puzzle solving, and boss battles. Players explore procedurally generated levels and collect resources called sparklite, which can be used to upgrade Ada's abilities and equipment. The world of Geodia is richly detailed and filled with colorful characters and locations. Players must navigate various biomes, including a desert, a forest, and an ice-covered wasteland, each with their own unique enemies and challenges. The Library of Babel is a short story written by Argentine author Jorge Luis Borges in 1941. The story presents a fascinating concept: a vast and virtually infinite library containing every possible book that can be written using a certain set of characters. The game is set in a surreal and labyrinthine library that stretches out infinitely in all directions. The library is populated by eccentric librarians and strange creatures who roam the aisles. The player assumes the role of a young librarian who stumbles upon a mysterious book that seems to contain a coherent message amidst the chaos of the library. This discovery sets the characters on a quest to unravel the secrets of the library. Along the way, the character witnesses the toll the library takes on its inhabitants. Some librarians have gone mad from the endless search for meaning, while others have become obsessed with Tengami is a very small thing. The world of Japanese fairy tales is made as if it were made of paper. The initial concept of the game was a fast-paced platformer with very acrobatic ninjas, and you would create pop-up platforms for the characters to progress, said Nyam Yam's Jennifer Schneiderite. It's basically a 2D platformer. In fact, some puzzles involve folding and shifting parts of the environment into new formations, as if they were real. This is an animated pop-up book. The game earned a bronze award from us on iOS because while it's a beautiful and exciting experience, it quote s, too easy, too short, and too slow to be a worthwhile adventure. A Boy and Amp His Blob. While it's not a huge title per se, it's still quite weird to see games like A Boy and Amp. His Blob appears seemingly out of nowhere. Out now on Android, this is the reimagined version that came out on Wii, Steam, and PlayStation Vita a few years ago. The hand-drawn art and extremely cute animations make this game a gorgeous puzzler. You can even hug your blob with the dedicated hug button, which has to be one of the best uses of a button in the history of video games. The Android version is said to be unstable on Google's page, which should be the equivalent of an early access game on Steam. Some players have bought it though, and so far, it seems like everything's fine, and you don't even need a controller to play it as virtual buttons can be seen on the screen. Cookies Must Die from Rebel Twins is a lightning-fast, acrobatic action game that has you running, jumping, and flying through the air while defeating a host of wacky and wild enemies. You play as a bearded man named Jack, who happens to be a super-secret agent. Using his powerful combat maneuvers and a variety of weapons, Jack sets out to end a group of mutant cookies and their terrible master. With all-out war breaking out on the city streets, time is of the essence.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up?
Little Orpheus is a video game developed by the Chinese Room and published by Sumo Digital. It was released in 2020 for iOS devices as part of Apple Arcade, a subscription-based gaming service by Apple. As of my last update in September 2021, it was not available on other platforms. The game is a side-scrolling adventure platformer with heavy emphasis on storytelling and narrative. The story follows the adventures of Ivan Ivanovich, a Soviet cosmonaut who embarks on a journey to the center of the Earth. Set during the height of the Cold War, the game takes players through a whimsical and imaginative world filled with bizarre creatures, ancient civilizations, and unexpected discoveries.
Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight.
So those are the top 8, the best mobile games offline action-adventure, puzzler Android, and AMP iOS that I recommend in this video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope our recommendations can be useful and see you in the next video. Please like and comment this video.